When I first started in the field of Brazilian waxing, many of my art history major friends said to me, "Why? How can you make an impact on something that's so reductionist? Shouldn't you be looking into a field that's really about building things up, layering, creating masterful painted works like a Rembrandt or Van Gogh, something that could really leave a legacy?" And I said, no, you don't understand. The ephemeral is the true art. And what could be more ephemeral than a woman's pubic hair? This was the first design I ever created. Yes. It took me almost 3 hours. First, I had to find a woman with an extensive enough growth of hair that I could start with the hands to the side. And then I could say, for her, as she wanted to say to all of her partners, "Thank you for not smoking." And definitely no smoking around here. It took me a while to understand that it would be a while between when I created the art and when I got that feedback. And that was hard for me as an artist. You know, I wanted to be able to make my art and take it out into the streets and have everyone give me feedback right away. And I quickly found that this was illegal. And that disappointed me in my country because I thought this is a place of free speech. It is a place when I should be able to walk the streets displaying my art, whether it's on myself or on others. And yes, you're thinking, oh, surely you didn't practice on yourself. But an artist needs to practice. And so I did. I used techniques like this so that I could work on myself and practice my art and perfect it before I ever put a piece of wax near anyone else's pubis mods. Yes? As you can see, I used the sideways hypercirculation purple strip. Yeah. It's based on a form of meditation not many people are familiar with. I had to go and study it in many very spiritual countries outside of the US. And there my guru, a man very wise in the ways of crotchal decoration, explained to me that only when I was in touch with my own area would I really be able to express myself on the areas of others. So 20 years passed. 20 years of waxing and strip creation. I went and learned how to weave my own linen so that when I pressed that organic handmade fabric into the wax, I could feel that I was imprinting myself onto the women that I worked on. I learned chanting and breathing techniques so that when I held a woman's hand, we could breathe and scream and cry together. Thank you. Yes, you know that the screaming and the crying is part of the art. It's part of what you channel. It makes you feel like this. When you feel inside yourself that a wax has been good, it's like a special 10% pie that's been separated out from the rest of your whole being, as if it's levitating in a 3-dimensional way, shining yellow like the sun. And even if it's covered up, you, a woman, know that you have a heat source, a powerful, levitating triangle, that when it comes time to attract the right attention, that triangle is ready to grow from 10% into an integrated whole with all the colors of a basic Microsoft PowerPoint show. And that is integration. Yes, thank you. So, it's taken a lot of people to get me to where I am tonight, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank them all. First of all, the people who I studied with here. This was after my first guru, my second guru. Yeah. Do you see the pelts of all the women that he decorated hanging alongside of him? Yeah. never threw anything away. He wove it all together. I don't believe what they say about his toupee, though. I think that's a step too far. No. Randy Wahlberg. He was a true giver in the arts. And after I had studied with him, I went out on my pilgrimage to wax any woman who needed to be waxed, regardless of their ability to pay. Yes, I put out my wax cart, tied my teardrop trailer of waxing to the back of my little Volvo, and drove around America, Canada, and Mexico, offering waxes to anyone in the NAFTA area who needed them. Because sometimes you just need to feel clean and smooth. That's what Randy told me. And I understand that. But I also want to say here today at the International Association of Depilation and Manicurization that we are coming to a new stage in human evolution. And waxing is an art. It truly is. And I look forward to writing a textbook on waxing that is read by art history majors for years to come. I look forward to experimenting with new topiary shapes, with three-dimensional tactile implants, and possibly with new bionics as we develop new innovations in L-wire and all types of different appurtenances that women can weave into their hair. I look forward to being with you at the forefront of that. But I also want to say that there's a place for all the women. All of the women, however they come to us. And the men, let us be clear. Let us not be ashamed. We have waxed all. Be there a dangle, a dongle, or just a velt. When people come to us in need of removal, we remove it. But we also celebrate the non-removers. Because what would the world be if we forced people to wax? That is not the world I want to live in. That is not the art I want to make. I want to make art with and for the people who want to be a part of it. I don't want a world that turns its pockets out and says, "What? There is no pubic hair left? We have waxed pubic hair out of evolution and all people are now born bald like Barbie and Ken dolls made of plastic? That there is no choice? That there is no artistic material to work with? That the world is hairless? That is not the world I want to see. I want to see a world in which hair and no hair can coexist artistically and peacefully. And for that dream, I thank you for this award.